Hi friends, I'm Shannon. Welcome to Tiny Kitchen Reluctant Cook, where I'm all about making real meals in a tiny space without the fuss. So we're getting better at that tagline. All right, tonight we are gonna make, I still have my notes. Tonight we're gonna make crunchy garlic noodles. This was a Pampered Chef. This is also not my first live, by the way. I don't know why this automatically pops up, but I'll figure out how to change that. But this was a Pampered Chef recipe that I happened to come across in, Pampered Chef has their own inspiration platform, I like to call it. It's called Table. And when you are in there, it has some carousels of some videos and things that you can watch. And I happened to see this video for this crunchy garlic noodle recipe, and I thought that is the easiest thing I think I've ever seen in my life. And you know me, I'm all about what is easy, what uses the least amount of dishes, and what I can do on my stovetop or in the oven, well, small casserole size oven type things, or in the air fryer. So I ran with this recipe. I'm gonna make it very basic, the way that they showed it on their video. But I'm just gonna add a couple of things because this is my reluctant cook way of snazzying it up a little bit. So we're gonna add, my addition is some pressed garlic and some mushrooms. So we're gonna add those. If you happen to be joining me and are cooking along with me, hopefully you have your noodles already cooked and ready to go, because this makes it a lot quicker to go ahead and just make those meals. So what I'm gonna do is try again to see if I can get my live to come up on my computer here, so that if you guys have questions or comments, I can go ahead and comment back or help answer your questions. So, of course, it is not, here we go. So yes, here we are. Excellent. Here we go. Okay. So yes. All right, we're gonna mute that. Okay, this is not my first live. It's my second, so yay. All right, so first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna have our prepared noodles. So I used the micro cooker. This is the 3-cup micro cooker. I use this for so many things. Pasta and rice is my go-tos for this. Super easy. You just put it in there, put some water in there, and microwave it, and it comes out really good. This one I made 3 packages of ramen noodles, and so this is just what I used. Nothing fancy. 3 packages of these, and these guys, they get thrown away. We don't need them. So off they go. Okay, so those are ready to go. I am going to be using the 3-quart stainless steel saucepan. I went to the Pampered Chef National Conference this past July, and this was one of my free goodies. So also one of the brand new cookware products that are in the catalog. There is a 10-inch skillet, the 3-quart saucepan, and there's also a 5-quart saucepan skillet thing, so it's like flatter but deep, you know, with handles on both sides. So all of those are available now. They did replace the stainless steel non-stick cookware line, which is what my skillet is now. So sad that the other one left, but happy these are in, because these are beautiful. They all come with lids, glass lids as well. We're also going to be using the Brilliance 8-inch skillet, because we're going to be making an egg, and I don't have a stainless steel skillet to make an egg, even though I'm a little bit nervous about doing that anyway. So we're going to use our non-stick one. I know there are a couple of states now that are banning non-stick. I totally get that, but I'm in Oregon. I'm not one of those states, so I get to still use mine. Okay. Okay, so a little bit about me while we're getting some things prepared. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some butter into the saucepan. We're gonna have, these are my ingredients, some butter that we're gonna put in the saucepan. I need my teriyaki sauce, which is where's my teriyaki sauce, guys? Where's it at? Here it is. Teriyaki sauce. Okay, so we're gonna have some butter. I'm adding in some pressed garlic and some mushrooms that we're gonna saute a little bit in the butter. Then we're gonna add some teriyaki sauce. Your favorite teriyaki sauce is totally fine. It says in the recipe teriyaki sauce with honey. I don't know, I just got Sweet Baby Ray's because it's sweet. I figure it's probably the same thing. Ramen noodles and some green onions for garnish. So we're gonna chop some of those up later. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is put some butter in this saucepan. Okay, when you're cooking with stainless steel, heat is super important. The biggest complaint about stainless steel is that everything sticks, and the biggest reason is because the heat is too high. So we're gonna watch the heat, and we're also gonna make sure that there is a healthy oil in there. So I'm using butter. I mean, maybe not the healthiest, but for this recipe, it's asking for butter. So we're gonna use butter. Other healthy oils that you can use in stainless steel are olive oil, avocado oil, grapeseed oil, and canola oil. High, what do they call that? High smoke. I had it just a little bit ago. Anyway, we're gonna do that. So we're gonna put some butter in there. I'm heating up the pan just a little bit. Got my handy dandy mix and scraper here because we use this for everything, and this mix and scraper is great for any pan, and it has a high heat point to it. So you can use it up to 500 degrees. So it asks for a half of stick of butter. All right, I'm gonna dump that in there. While that's doing its thing, we're gonna chat a little bit. So I decided that I wanted to start going live showing how to cook in a tiny kitchen. My husband and I moved into our camping trailer about 3.5 years ago because we didn't have any kids at home anymore, and he really wanted to start his own business. So I said, I'm fine if we want to go and hang out in the trailer for a little bit so you can get your business started. And so that's what we did. So we have been in here a little bit longer than we expected, which is fine. But because I was expecting not to be here that long, I didn't really embrace the tiny kitchen. When we first got here, I was like, yes, I totally got this. I'm totally gonna bust it out and we're gonna make great things. But then I quickly realized that working in a tiny kitchen is not the same as working in a real regular sized kitchen. So basically, I decided if I am going to continue to be a Pampered Chef consultant, which I've been for the past 5 years, then I was going to have to figure out how to embrace the tiny kitchen. All right. Okay, so we're working on melting that butter. We're gonna press some garlic, so we're gonna use our garlic press. And if you haven't seen one of these, you put the whole garlic clove, not peeled or anything, into the garlic press, and then just press it out. And then it has this cool tool here that helps to scrape off the garlic, and it also helps you take out the skin. So we're going to do that one more time. You can tell this garlic is very fragrant. It smells amazing. You have to be super strong, to use this garlic press? I think that it has good leverage with its shape and everything. So I don't think you have to be super strong, but I definitely have to use both hands. All right, as we know, working in a tiny kitchen, one of the things that we must, what's a must? Oh yeah, my sliver of sink, you can see it right here. I have a cutting board here on this side of the sink and a cutting board on this side of the sink and a little sliver of sink in the middle so I can have some water. So a must as you go is to rinse your tools as you go. And don't lose the little tool. Don't lose the little garlic tool. But if you do, there's replacement parts available, so that's also awesome. All right. So I'm also doing mushrooms. So I sliced up some mushrooms here with the mandolin. I'm going to throw those in there really quick. And let's just slice up a couple more. So I'm using this mandolin here. It's got a, the cover slides on. This is the protection cover. All I did was I just put I put two mushrooms inside like this. This lid has some pokey things in there. Try to get them positioned, poke it down in there. You can put this over the top of a bowl or right here. I'm just going to do this right here on the cutting board. And you just push down as you're sliding at the same time. So it's safe for you and it gets the job done. All right, as you can see, that comes off very easily. And I've got some sliced mushrooms. So we're going to saute those a little bit. All right, so I can already tell that it's starting to burn the bottom of the pan with the butter, so I'm turning the heat down a little bit. Because we do not want to burn the pan. Those are beautiful pans. We want to take excellent care of them. All right, we're going to rinse off our mandolin. So if you rinse your food, or rinse your food, don't rinse your food. Well, you can rinse your food, I guess. There's definitely foods you can rinse. Speaking of rinsing food, do you rinse your mushrooms? Sometimes I do, I guess. I have done it before and then the mushrooms seem like slimy. Does that happen to you? We're going to throw the mandolin in the sink because we're done with that. Forgot I had coffee cups in there too. All right, aromat alt on the heat. Okay. So I just want you to take a quick look. I got some sauteed mushrooms going on here. Guys, super easy. We're like almost done. Well, okay, we're probably a third of the way done. All right, the next thing that we're gonna put in is a half a cup of the teriyaki sauce. So I'm gonna let that go for just another couple of seconds. In the meantime, I'm gonna show you one of my very favorite kitchen tools that I keep near me. I have it hanging on my kitchen, my sink rack over here, is the 3-in-1 kitchen tool. It's got a squeegee side, a scraper side, and a brush side. So I use the squeegee side like all the time because like now I've got some water, some liquid on my breadboard. Instead of using a towel and ruining the towel or grabbing paper towels, I just use this and I just scrape it off into the sink. Super easy. Perfect. If you've got crumbs on your breadboard, like here, you can use the little brush part to squish them out into the sink. If you have a pan that, like your stoneware, if you're cleaning your stoneware and it's got some crusties on there, you can use the scraper side to scrape it off. And yeah, this thing is universal. It's beautiful. It's heavy duty. Definitely a must. You guys got to grab that. Okay. These mushrooms look so good. All right, now we're going to put in a half a cup of teriyaki sauce. So I'm going to be using the 1 cup measure-all. So the measure-all measures liquid and it measures more thicker liquids or solids in this side. So I'm going to use this side because this teriyaki sauce is, because it's sweet, it's like thick, kind of syrupy. So I'm just going to measure out the half of a cup right there. And the amazing thing about this measure-all when you're using it on this side is you don't have to like scrape the sides or anything to get it all out. You just push it out. Just like that. Like, look at that. That's all I have to clean on this thing now. Isn't that awesome? 1 cup measure-all. Rinse it off. Throw it in the sink. Take care of that later. All right. So we're gonna just mix this up a little bit here. We're gonna heat up the teriyaki here for a bit. Not too long, just to kind of warm it up. And we'll get some noodles in there. Oodles of noodles. All right. Another ingredient we're going to be using is an egg. And we're going to cook that in our brilliance pan. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started now because I also cook the eggs kind of on a lower heat as well. And why do you think that would be? It's because if you cook it too high and too fast, it burns and then it sticks to the pan and then your inside of your egg is not cooked and it's just this like stringy, crunchy, weird egg thing. So we're gonna do it low and slow. All right, so we're gonna let that go for a minute. Get the pan heated up. Now also, pay close attention to your pans when you're preheating a pan. You don't want to just like turn it on and leave it there, especially on a high heat. These nonstick pans never go above a medium heat on a nonstick. You will ruin the pan. And I know that from experience. The great things about Pampered Chef pans too is that have you ever had a skillet that the middle of it was like bumped up? Yeah, all my skillets in my life had all been that way. I had no idea why. Well, first of all, I was using junky skillets, cheap ones. And then secondly, I was using too high of heat. I remember one time I had, it was not stainless steel, it was like an aluminum pan. And I had it on high heat because I had always thought you're supposed to just have a skillet on high heat all the time. No, cast iron you have on high heat all the time. Regular skillets, no. So I'm cooking something, I put a lid on it, and then I couldn't get the lid off because it was so hot. It had just made this vacuum seal on the inside. And the reason I found that out was because I was in the other room and I heard this loud pop, and I came back in, I couldn't get the lid off. By the time we got the lid off, we could tell the inside of the pan had this big bump in the middle of it. Totally wasted that pan. All right. Okay, so I got my egg cooking in there. I'm gonna let that go for for a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna say this teriyaki sauce is probably heated up enough. I'm gonna use our silicone pasta fork to grab the pasta. Just gonna put it in there. It says all of it. I'm gonna do it all. Gotta do it all. And then just mix it up. This is like the easiest, simplest ramen recipe you will ever find. Just gonna mix that up there. It looks amazing. Our egg is cooking nicely. So great. All right. Let me just quickly show you some noodles here. You can see them there. Let's see the little mushrooms in there. All right, so we're gonna keep that on the heat for just a minute, not very long, just to kind of cook it all together. Now, ramen is very forgiving. If you don't like mushrooms, don't sweat it. Totally fine. Take the mushrooms out. If you don't like garlic, no worries. Take it out. You want to put broccoli in there instead? Have at it. You want to put, actually, green onions are really good. This part here, that's what I used the last time I made this recipe. Very strong, fragrant onions, but they taste so good in ramen. Tonight I'm going to do the green parts because the white parts, this part, the onion part, or well, I guess the whole thing is an onion, but this white onion part, better if you saute it. So if I was going to put that in there, I would have put it first and then sauteed it like with the garlic. Would have been, actually, I probably would do that next time. But we're going to use this side for garnish. I'm going to grab my handy dandy, not Pampered Chef knife. Cut some of these chives. Is that what you call them too? The green parts? I cut them too big. I feel like they need to be smaller. You can chop your chives up this way, or you can use the chopper. All right, do that. Let's turn the heat off of this. Our egg looks pretty good. Still got a little bit to go to cook. All right, excellent. So while I'm here with you, are you enjoying our lives? I promise you, they're gonna get better. I just have decided that I really love being a consultant and I really want to reach out a little bit farther to folks who maybe have a tiny kitchen or maybe just really don't want to cook giant meals. You know, maybe you have it's just you cooking for yourself, or it's you cooking for you and one other person, or you just really don't like cooking. And you know what? That's okay. I don't really like to cook that much either. Like, it's okay. Like, I don't mind it, but it's not my go-to thing. So I feel like that there are definitely other people out there like me who want just something simple, something easy, throw it in a pan, get it over with, and let's move on with life, right? But in doing that, let's use some quality cookware. Let's use quality tools so that it can make our job easier and less stressful, right? You with me? Excellent. Okay. So we're going to use one of these blue bowls here. All right. egg is done. This is a silicone egg turner. Probably my favorite spatula ever because it's got the pointy end so it gets under all kinds of stuff. All right, so we're gonna grab some noodles. Like, how easy and fast was that, people? I'm gonna garnish a little bit with some green onions or some chives, or what else do they call them? Do they call them scallions too? Is that a thing? All right, and then we're gonna just put an egg on it. Beautiful. There you go. Crunchy garlic noodles. Oh, so you're gonna love this one. The reason it's called crunchy garlic noodles is because we were supposed to put in the crunchy garlic crisp in there with the butter. This is what happens when I don't print the recipe out. And I think, I got this. This is me getting it. So this was supposed to go in there. So I guess what we'll do is we're just gonna reverse our rolls here. And we're gonna just sprinkle it in the noodles. And then we're just gonna have crunchy garlic reverse. How about reverse crunchy garlic noodles? Does that sound better? I just got so excited that I just went with it. Like, I got this. But guys, this is real life. This is me. This is totally me. We'll throw that back in the pan. Throw that back in the pan. God, I got so, you know, I was really trying to get you guys out of here in 30 minutes, which is in 3 minutes. There I go. All right, I'm just gonna put that in there. Crunchy garlic crisp, so good. Put that on shrimp, man, super yummy. All right, so while I'm doing this, I'm just gonna mix this up. I'm gonna fling it all over the place. It's gonna be awesome. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. I think we saved it, guys. I think we saved it. Can't wait to try it. Oh, it does not look bad at all. Just gave it a little color there. Okay, let's try this again. All right, noodles, egg, scallions, or chives, or green onions, or whatever you like to call them. Real crunchy garlic noodles. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna try it because I want to see how it did. 100%. So good. It has the crunchy garlic has a little bit of spice to it. So good. All right. Excellent. Excellent, my friends. Okay, I'm going to let you get out of here. Couple things. If you would like the recipe for this, for what I made tonight, you know, the right way, comment down below recipe and I'll be happy to send it. If you're interested in any of the products here, we have 3 different ways you can get them. Either by earning, saving, or spending. So with your earn option, this is, get my notes. With your earn option, this gives you an opportunity to make a little bit of side money by becoming a consultant. Flexible side gig, We give you lots of support and training, and this is just something to do in your spare time if you want to, or something to do as a full-time career if you want to also. Totally what fits you and what you are looking for. Our other option is to save. So if you're one of the many people who say, I can't buy that is way too spendy, you're not alone, but we do have ways for you to save a little bit, and that is by hosting. So I'm not, like, if you're local to me, I can come to you and do an in-person, but I don't love online virtual parties like on Facebook and stuff, but I do love Pampered Chef's inspiration platform called Table. And so we can get you set up with your own shopping link and get you set up on Table, where you can also see some of these amazing videos that they put out with these recipes and the products. If that doesn't sound like anything you want to do, our last option is just to spend. And that just means that you want to avoid all of that mess. You just simply want to grab some tools that are amazing, that you would love to have in your kitchen, and move on with life, right? We can definitely do that. So whether you're in an earn season, a save season, or a spend season, let me know, because I can help you find what fits. All right, friends, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for sticking with me, and you got to see the real me with me forgetting an ingredient. There we go. All right, so I'm Shannon signing off from Tiny Kitchen Reluctant Cook, where if I can make these meals in my tiny kitchen, imagine what you can do in your regular sized kitchen. All right, friends, I will see you next week, next Thursday, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.